Have you ever kind of looked at AI and thought, okay, that's for the tech gurus, or maybe, wow, sounds expensive, and isn't it probably going to take my job anyway? If that sounds familiar, well, you're definitely not alone. And chances are you might be working with some, let's say, outdated ideas. Today, we're doing a deep dive into some of those really big AI misconceptions, the ones that are actually stopping business owners, entrepreneurs, professionals, marketers like you from really tapping into AI's power.
That's exactly right. And for this deep dive, we're actually digging into the AI Misconceptions Playbook. It's by Mike Paule. He's the president and founder of AI Innovation Partners. And this playbook, it's not just theory. It lines up perfectly with the practical one-to-one AI coaching that Mike offers. So our goal here is to pull out the most important, the most actionable insights from these sources, really to help you turn that maybe initial AI curiosity into actual tangible results for your business.
Yeah, so the mission for this deep dive is pretty clear. We're going to break down 11 crucial myths about AI. We'll get to the truth of how it can genuinely help your work. And then, really importantly, map out a clear way for you to start integrating it into your workflow. Doesn't matter what your technical background is, it's time to get past the hype, past the fear, and into what really works. So let's kick things off with this AI Misconceptions Playbook from Mike Paule. Now, this isn't some, super dense textbook. It's meant to be practical, no fluff. Mike's helped dozens of SMBs, small and medium businesses, bring AI into their operations. And this playbook, it really tackles the 11 biggest myths he hears all the time when he's coaching clients. It just lays out the truth about AI for SMBs and gives you these actionable coaching tips you can use, like right away.
And what's really great about it, I think, is how immediately useful it is. Mike's very clear. It shows you how you can actually use AI to save hours, like every single week. That directly impacts your efficiency, your bottom line. And maybe the best part, it's totally free, a free resource. You can get your copy just by clicking the link. It'll be in the post or the comments with this deep dive. It really is about making that jump from just being curious about AI to seeing real results.
Right. And Mike structures this playbook really well. We're going to look at some of the biggest myths he covers. For each one, he reveals the truth. And then there's a practical coaching tip, usually with a little exercise you can try out yourself. It's kind of like getting a mini coaching session right now. Okay, let's start with a really big one, that fear. AI will replace me, or it'll replace my team. We've all seen those headlines, haven't we? This anxiety about jobs just disappearing because of automation. It's probably one of the most common worries out there, often fueled by stories about AI doing things better than humans. Makes you worry your own skills might become obsolete.
Yeah, but the key thing to grasp here, the real insight, is that AI isn't really designed to replace people. It's here to enhance our talents. Think about it. AI is brilliant at tasks that are repetitive, data-heavy, super time-consuming, like drafting initial reports, summarizing huge amounts of info, generating lots of content variations. When it takes over those kinds of tasks, the ones that often slow things down, it doesn't just give you back time. It frees up your brain power for the stuff humans are actually best at. Strategic thinking, creative problem solving, deep analysis, building those crucial client relationships. Mike Paul often puts it this way to his clients, and it's powerful. AI won't replace you, but someone who knows how to use AI effectively might. It's about boosting your skills, not getting rid of your job.
Okay, so skill augmentation, not subtraction. So what does that actually look like day to day? The coaching tip here is really about shifting your mindset. Stop asking, what's AI going to take from me? And start asking, how can AI make me like 10 times better at the things I already do well? Here's a quick exercise. Just jot down 3 tasks that always seem to eat up your time each week. Then think about which parts are repetitive, the bits that don't need your unique judgment. Now just pick one of those tasks and try letting AI handle, say, 80% of the initial grunt work. You just come in at the end to review, refine, add that essential human touch. Making that shift turns AI from something scary into, well, potentially your biggest competitive edge. All right, let's move to another really common one, myth number 2. The idea that you got to be technical, like a coder, to actually use AI well. For a long time, AI definitely felt like this exclusive club for data scientists and engineers, didn't it? All the jargon, machine learning, neural networks. It sounds like you need a PhD just to open the tool. And that belief is a huge barrier. It stops so many entrepreneurs and professionals from even trying tools that could honestly revolutionize how they work.
But that's what's really changed, the accessibility. The truth now is you absolutely do not need to be a coder or a tech expert to use AI effectively. Not anymore. These modern AI tools, think ChatGPT, Claude, Google Gemini, they're specifically built for non-technical business users. They work using natural language. You just talk to them basically in plain English. The real skill isn't coding. It's what's called prompt engineering. It's knowing how to ask clear, specific questions, giving it the right context, and then, iterating on your requests. Think of it like hiring a really fast, really smart virtual assistant. You don't need to understand how their brain is wired, right? You just need to know how to give them really good instructions to get the results you want.
That's a great analogy, the virtual assistant. It really highlights the need for clear instructions. So the coaching tip that follows from that is start talking to AI like you'd explain something to a really smart intern, someone bright, but who doesn't know your business specifics yet. Be super clear, tell exactly what you need, be structured. If it's a big task, break it down. And be outcome focused. Tell it what the final result should look like, not just the task itself. Quick exercise for you. Next time you use an AI tool, try writing out your request as if it were an email to that intern. Include what you need, why you need it, maybe the tone, the format, examples. This simple change in how you communicate can make a massive difference in the quality of the output. Okay, let's hit myth number 3. AI is like a magic button. Press it, get perfect results instantly. The hype around AI is just huge, isn't it? You see these stories, AI writing whole books, designing marketing campaigns in minutes. It can sound like actual magic. And that leads people to jump in expecting, flawless, publish-ready stuff on their very first try. Then, when it doesn't deliver that perfection immediately, they get frustrated. They think, this doesn't work, or AI isn't as good as they say.
Right. And the question you need to ask is about the nature of that output. The truth is, AI is only ever as good as the context and the instructions you provide. And crucially, how well you guide it. Think of it less like magic, more like a talented junior teammate who learns really fast. It can produce amazing work quickly, yeah, but only if you give it clear guidance and consistent feedback. It doesn't matter how advanced the AI model is, iteration is absolutely the key. That first output, it's almost always just a rough draft, a starting point, rarely the final thing. The folks getting the most value from AI aren't demanding perfection first time. They're the ones who understand it's a collaboration. They know how to refine, how to shape the output. Maybe they use advanced tricks like asking the AI to critique its own work or generating a few options before picking one to polish.
So, collaboration, not magic. What's the practical takeaway then? The coaching tip is basically treat AI like that junior teammate who needs coaching. Use a simple but really effective cycle. Prompt, review, refine. First, prompt it clearly, give it details. Then, review what it gives back. What's good? What's off? What needs changing? Finally, you refine. Give it new instructions, ask follow-up questions, correct it, and run it again. Quick exercise. Take some content, maybe a social media post draft or an email, ask AI to write it. Then give it detailed feedback. What you liked, what you didn't, specific changes you want. Do that maybe 3 times. Compare the first version to the last. You'll see pretty quickly that AI's real power comes from that back and forth coaching, not some one-click shortcut. Let's jump ahead a bit to myth number 7. AI is only for the big guys, the companies with massive budgets. For years, AI did feel like something only tech giants or Fortune 500s could really play with. All the talk about pricey enterprise software, complex data projects, it seemed totally out of reach for small businesses or solo professionals. And that belief kind of lingers, making entrepreneurs think AI is too expensive or too complicated, even though we now have all these incredibly affordable, user-friendly tools available.
Exactly. The democratization of AI is huge here. The truth is, AI is way more accessible and affordable now than it's ever been. For everyone, freelancers, small agencies, you name it. Many of the really effective tools. They cost less than taking a client out for lunch each month. Yet they can save you easily 5, 10, maybe more hours every week. Or help you create marketing campaigns that actually bring in revenue much faster. Like ChatGPT Plus or Anthropic Claude. They're around $20, $30 a month. Even specialized tools for things like social media or video often run under $50 a month. And let's not forget, there are tons of powerful free tools that can handle tasks like drafting emails or summarizing articles. The businesses getting ahead now aren't always the ones with the deepest pockets. They're the ones willing to just start small, experiment, and then strategically scale up their AI use based on the actual ROI they're seeing.
That brings up a really important point about the cost of not doing it, opportunity cost. So the coaching tip is stop asking, can I afford AI? Start asking, what's the cost of not using AI? ROI exercise for you. Identify just one task AI could take off your plate. Maybe drafting emails, generating marketing copies, summarizing research papers. Estimate how many hours that would save you each week. Then multiply those hours by what your time is worth, your hourly rate, that number. That's the real value you could be redirecting to higher level stuff like client work, strategy, business growth. When you look at it that way, even a $20 tool probably pays for itself in the first week, often many times over. Okay, last myth for today, number 11. Once I learn AI, I'm all set. I'm done. A lot of business owners kind of treat learning AI like learning a new piece of software. They figure, okay, get the basics down, kick that box, move on. This comes from thinking of AI as just a one-time skill to acquire, rather than, an evolving capability for your business. The problem is AI is improving so incredibly fast. That belief can leave you stuck using old methods while your competitors are constantly adapting and gaining a real edge. It's that set it and forget it trap.
Yeah, that long-term view is so important here. The truth is, AI is not static. It's changing weekly, sometimes daily. New tools, new models, new features pop up constantly. And how businesses are using AI for marketing, for operations, for sales, it's evolving just as fast. Sure, the core skills like prompt engineering, workflow design, those stay relevant. But you have to keep learning how to apply them to the new tools and use cases, the people really winning with AI. They're committed to ongoing learning, not just a one-off experiment. It's really a continuous journey of unlocking new potential.
So it's a journey, not a destination. What does that mean for your ongoing growth? The coaching tip is to think of AI mastery as this continuous process, an advantage multiplier. You don't need to chase every single shiny new tool, but you do need to stay aware and keep experimenting. Mike suggests a continuous learning framework. First, pick one reliable source, maybe a newsletter, a podcast, a community, just to stay updated monthly. Second, make a small commitment. Test one new idea or tool every 30 days, not necessarily to adopt it, but just to understand what's out there, what's possible. And third, regularly look at your core workflows and ask, okay, with the latest AI advancements, how could this be faster or better now? When you adopt that mindset of continuous improvement, you'll naturally stay ahead while others might fall behind.
Okay, so understanding these myths, seeing the real potential of AI, that's a fantastic starting point. But for a lot of people, making that leap from understanding it to actually doing it, that can still feel like a big step, especially when you're trying to figure out how these ideas apply to your specific business, your unique challenges. And that's precisely where Mike Paule and AI coaching services through AI innovation partners can really bridge that gap.
Yeah, this coaching sounds like it's specifically aimed at entrepreneurs, professionals, marketers, small business owners, basically. Anyone who's ready to harness AI but isn't quite sure where to start. It's hands-on, sounds very practical, and it's designed to get you from just being curious to actually being capable and quickly. It's about cutting through all the noise and focusing on what matters for your business goals, turning that knowledge into real results fast.
Absolutely. And the key benefits you get from this personalized coaching are pretty clear and impactful. First, hands-on expertise. You work directly with Mike Paule. He's an AI skills trainer, a business consultant, and he's already guided dozens of SMBs through this process successfully. Second, practical strategies. He helps you figure out exactly which AI tools and automations make sense for your goals. No fluff, just high-impact tactics that actually make a difference. Oh, and a really valuable bonus. Every coaching session, they're done via Zoom, it's recorded, and it's yours to keep, which is great for reviewing later or even sharing insights with your team. And ultimately, this all leads to faster ROI. You start seeing measurable improvements almost immediately, whether that's saving money through automation or getting those sharper data-driven marketing insights.
Okay, so how does someone get started? Are there different options? Mike offers focused ways to jump in. There's a quick start session, just 1 hour, really designed to fast track the fundamentals and give you immediate actionable steps you can take right away. And then there are deep dive sessions. These are for going further into more advanced topics, things like top tier prompt engineering tips, content creation strategies, designing workflow solutions, even integrating custom apps tailored specifically for your business needs.
Right. And if you're wondering about the specific tools covered in those deep dive sessions, Mike works with the big ones: ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Perplexity, Notebook LM, Anthropic Claude, plus other key AI applications relevant to businesses.
Okay, so let's kind of wrap up what we've unpacked today. The big takeaway seems to be AI isn't this looming threat here to replace us. It's more like a powerful multiplier for the things that already work well. It's designed to enhance our effectiveness, not take away from it. And succeeding with AI really comes down to understanding the truth behind all the hype, applying these tools strategically to your specific business problems, and, maybe most importantly, committing to keep learning as this tech keeps evolving so rapidly.
Yeah, and connecting that to the bigger picture, it leaves you with a really important question to think about. What's the one misconception about AI that you might still be holding on to? And how could busting just that one myth maybe unlock a whole new level of efficiency or creativity for you and for your business?
We definitely encourage you to download that free AI Misconceptions Playbook. Get all 11 myths and the coaching tips. The links in the show notes or comments. And if you feel ready to make that jump from just being curious to actually getting capable with AI, check out the AI coaching with Paule at AI Innovation Partners. His standard rate is $75 an hour, which is already pretty reasonable. But there's a special introductory offer. Your very first session is 50% off, just $37.50. Now, the key condition here is that this special rate applies when you book a minimum 5-session package.
Right, so that brings a 5-session package down to $337.50, including that half-price first session. A 9-session package is $597.50. That includes the half-price first session and 10% off the others. And the 13-session package comes out to $802.50, which is the first session at half price, plus 15% off all the additional sessions. Great value there.
You can reach out to book or ask questions by emailing Mike directly at mikep@ainnovationpartners.com, or you can call him at 737-381-2390.
As Mike says, let's turn AI curiosity into AI capability together.